You fly into Reno, and then you drive for like 3 hours out in the middle of nowhere.
Now, is it in the middle of nowhere because everybody's naked?
Yeah.
And you don't want the cops hassling you,
Yes.
man.
Yes. And there's a lot of drugs and a lot of sex. And it's 150 during the day, and it's 150 below at night. It's just great. You only go for a couple days, though. Those people stay there for 8 days. They're crazy. They're all fucking out of their
You're like,
minds.
not me. I drove up, saw a naked man, did blow for 2 days, and got home. I'm completely. You know what? As I say it out loud, that is actually normal.
But
I was trying to break your balls, and I realized the way you're handling it is perfect.
But I was driving home, and there was a cow in the middle of the road. And this is where everybody accuses me of being on drugs, but I wasn't. There's a cow in the middle of the road, and I swerved to miss it and flipped my car 3 times.
That really happened?
Yeah.
And that's how you hurt your back?
Yeah.
I realized, why am I laughing?
So finally, I had to. So the next morning, the next morning, I had to go into the rental car company and draw them a map and say, go 100 miles up this road, go 60 feet off the road. Your car's upside down. Sorry.
How did you get home
Get
from the
out.
upside down car?
Somebody saw it flip and pulled over.
Should have ridden that cow. 2 men trampled to death running for the same punchline.
But you're the only one with the mic.
Did you see? Yeah, but I do give it up. If any of these guys drop anything, I always say their name and give them the layup. Like, hey, Matty boy is aboard with a nice layup down in the pant. Always. I do, right? Oh, okay. I was like, I think I do.
No, you got to that one first.
I went to acupuncture, and the guy takes my pulse, and I sit on his table, Dr. Lou, not L-U. Again, like I can't leave that.
Yeah.
Like Lou, an Italian guy. How about some needles, honey, huh? Hey, gay. What's the matter? You got diarrhea? Stop eating.
Did you have to describe that to the person when you went to get acupuncture? Did you have to say spray art? I mean, did you have to explain to them what the issue was?
Here's the amazing
That's
thing.
embarrassing.
I don't say anything. I go in. The guy takes my pulse, both wrists. Okay, his two fingers on each wrist, taking my pulse, and then he looks at me and goes, "How come you have so much diarrhea?"
Really?
Swear to God. And I go, "I don't know. That's why."
I would have got up and left right then.
Why? Now
that's too
I'm
weird.
obviously in the right place. The guy's vibing out my pulse. He knows I have pee out of my butt. And then I go, "I don't know, but that's why I'm here." And he goes, "Okay, we'll fix it for you." And then he keeps taking my pulse and he goes, "You sweat so much in your sleep." And I go, "Well, that's normal." He goes, "Not normal." And I go, "Yeah, it's normal. You're wrapped up in blankets. You sweat in your sleep." He goes, "Your wife sweat in her sleep?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Same bed, same room." I'm like, "All right."
I got it. Don't rub it in.
And then he goes, "Stick out your tongue, John, all the way." You know, my real name, John. He goes, "Stick out your tongue." You never feel more vulnerable than when you're sitting across from a grown man going, like it's the fucking money shot in a porno. I'm like, And then he goes, "Yeah, la diarrhea." So looking at my mouth, he knew I
could
was
tell
full
from
of-
your tongue?
He knew I was full of shit by looking down my throat. But
Did he fix it with one time?
No, I went back. It started working. You know what happened, honestly, is you take a nap on the table.
Okay.
And that little 20-minute nap, you feel better just because you got a middle of the day nap for no reason.
But the other 24 hours, you stopped with the problems?
I did not take antibiotics for 4 years after I started going to the acupuncturist.
Wow.
And my diarrhea is 80% better. But also, it was like a desensitization exercise because I always had panic attacks. And the first time I went, you're laying on a table, and the whole time you're like, there's no clock. Your eyes are closed. I was face down once, and he had them in my kidneys and in my back. And I'm like, I don't know how long this has been going on. And they're retiling the hallway outside my room. So I'm literally laying there covered in needles. And
Kiki's is out front?
Kiki's doing the hallway out there. So everything in my fiber of my being is saying, run.
Right.
But you couldn't. You can't because you
have needles in you.
I know I'm going to get up funny, and then I'll be clucking like a chicken on the drive home, and I'll see a cow and swerve to avoid it and roll my car. So what was the diagnosis for your back?
It's in my mid back, and I've ruined like 4 of the discs. But to do back surgery, they have to go into the front. Did you know that? They go in through the front.
No.
Yeah. If they do back surgery, they have to come in through the front. So they said yours is right where your rib cage is, your lungs, your heart. The surgery's worse than the back problem. We have to drop a lung, all that kind of stuff. I was like, drop a lung sounds bad.
That happened at the Red Man and Method Man concert. Yo, we're going to drop a lung after this one. Can I say, Matty Boy smoked so much pot, his lung collapsed.
Oh, my God. That's supposed to be super painful. Oh, my God. How do you smoke that much weed?
He's just practiced.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, he got after it good.
I've never known anyone. That doesn't seem normal, though, no matter how much weed you
No,
smoke.
there's nothing normal about his intake.
No, but I'm saying no matter
Like
how much you smoke, your lungs should not collapse.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a great white just swimming through the ocean with his mouth open. That's how Maddie went about it, I believe. Like, what do you got?
That's impressive.
Don't run. Whatever you have, don't run out. Whatever. NyQuil, baby aspirin, pot, crack, cock. Fucking loves the cock, this kid.
Does he?
No.
No.
So, and you went to an acupuncturist and what?
Twice.
But here's the thing. Did it not work because you're like, I don't like having needles on my back. This is weird. Or did...
No, I couldn't relax. I could not.
Why don't you go to acupuncture for relaxation?
But
And
it
let the
doesn't work
back
because
be
I
a-
can't relax.
Well, I would think that most people with anxiety that go to the acupuncturist for anxiety have the exact same issue as you.
No. It's the needles that freak me out.
But you don't know they're there once they're in.
I do.
Unless you
I'm
wiggle.
aware of everyone.
Unless you wiggle.
I'm aware of
You wait-
everyone.
the top of them are weighted and they got googly eyes in them.
They put them like in your ears and stuff.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, no. No.
Really?
No.
But you live in such pain.
I have, yeah. Not all the time, but yeah. Most of the time.
It just seems like
But you learn to deal with it.
It seems like, well, yeah, life is suffering, said the Buddha. It seems like I would learn to get over my not liking needles if the end result was not having to go through my chest to fix my back.
You would think. You would think. I've had a lot of procedures. I've had needles in my arms for 14 years now since I had the car accident. And I have never gotten over that fear. I can't. I'm a pussy when it comes to needles.
And how'd you get all these tattoos?
I did them myself, man.
Who are some of your guests that really surprised you on K-Rock as far as you thought the person was going to be a drip and they were great?
A drip?
Maybe not a drip.
It usually doesn't happen that way. It usually happens the other way.
You think
Usually
somebody's
happens
gonna be
when you're
great and
excited about having somebody in and then they suck.
Who? Because I'm guessing they're not going back.
Bands like Black Keys, who I love.
They were just in. Lunch,
Yes.
lunch with the Black Keys, I
We
believe.
did Breakfast with the Black
Breakfast,
Keys.
like, let me finish. Lunch with the Black Keys would have been the next thing had you... All right. So you do Breakfast with the Black Keys. You were tweeting the hell out of it.
Yes. But what we did was we recorded that at night
Okay.
because they came in a month before that and they were terrible. And it's just a terrible time of mourning for some of these bands. And the people who don't feel like perking up, they just... And we love them. We loved the Black Keys. But we had them in and it was a horrible interview.
What makes it horrible? Like,
No energy.
And-
one-word answers.
Really?
Yeah.
and is it hard for you to not go, do you guys not want to be here?
Yes.
Or do you ever just ask them?
Well, for people that we really like, we want them to come off well. You know,
Right.
we want them to. So we're doing our best to make things happen. But for bands like that, it's like they're not giving you anything. It's really difficult.
What kind of questions? It must be hard to keep an interview with a band fresh because it seems like the same.
They've
like,
heard everything.
How's the new album coming
Yeah.
out? Who played bass on that track?
How do you write the songs? What's your best show?
Do you hear the
live?
music first or do you hear the words first?
So we try to find other things they're interested in.
Did you ever watch Oz Naked? Did you jerk off to Magic Mike?
Yeah, exactly. You start going there. We
That-
actually
that's
had.
where I start.
Let me tell you, the worst one that we ever had though was the Cardigans. You remember the Cardigans?
I remember the name of the band, the Cardigans, singing pretty good. name
Early
for a band.
'90s or
yeah,
something.
Yeah,
One of the woman, the lead singer, was answering the questions, and one of the band members put his head on the table and fell asleep during the interview. And then we asked, "Look, if you don't want to be here, it's cool. You know, you can go." And they did, and
yeah. And then they left.
yeah,
That's what amazes me is like if you're a band and you don't like the corporate machine that you've been shoved into, you guys are like the oasis in the middle of the bullshit desert of like when you make the rounds.
but
you
not
get-
for every band.
But I don't know how the band doesn't know like we're. And again, I'll go back to the guys I really loved, like Opie and Anthony, Ron and Fez, Lewis and Floorwax in Denver, Paul and Young Ron in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Like these and K-Rock. These are the shows. The minute you step in, you realize, oh, we're just gonna have a good time. It's not. You're not bullshit. So I don't know why people can't identify that in a band.
For a band like the Black Keys, who again I love.
And someone should say to the Black Keys, these people play your music more than anyone.
I
So
think-
if you're going to perk up for anyone, maybe not KRNA in Cleveland. Maybe it should be K-Rock in Los Angeles.
I think the time of day is really a big deal to some bands because it's the first thing in the morning. We only work from 5 to 10. They are usually going to bed at 3 or 4.
You guys are on at 5?
Yeah.
What
5:30,
time-
5:30 live.
What time do you go to bed at night?
10 to 11. I usually take a nap.
Oh, you're a
This is my
napper.
nap
Me
time.
too. And what time do you have to wake up to do that?
I wake up at 4. 3:50.
You got to close. That's close for most guys.
3:50. Yeah.
3:50 because you
sucks.
So you do. When do you do most of your show prep?
The day before.
Oh, okay. Not the morning of.
No.
I remember Corolla told me, people come up to me and go, "What time do you have to get up to do your show?" And I go, 3:30. And they go, "Oh my God, I'd kill myself." And he's always like, "You know what? Probably not." It's really just kind of like working nights. But like the knee-jerk response to every guy you ever sit next to on a plane is 3:50.
Yeah.
I'd kill. Not I wouldn't enjoy it. I would kill myself
Yeah.
if I had to wake up at 3:50 and have the #1 radio show in the #2 market in the goddamn United States.
But getting
I'd
up at
hang from a
3:50,
shower stall.
you don't think of any of that stuff. Getting up at 3:50 does suck.
Yeah.
Except for on weekends when you can sleep in and then you're wide awake at 3:50.
So even
That's annoying.
22 years in,
Yes.
it's not.
It's getting lack of sleep is you never get over that.
And you never have learned to go to bed at 7 o'clock at night.
No. I have kids.
Oh.
So I hang out with them at night. I love hanging out with them. They go to bed, I go to bed. That's the best part of my day is at night.
How long's your nap?
Pretty long because I don't sleep very well. 3-4 hours.
You realize what you said counteracted. I sleep a
My
long
nap
time because I don't
time-
sleep well.
My nap time is longer than my sleep.
So you allow yourself 4 hours, but you only sleep how long?
20 minutes at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because your fucking back hurts.
So it's a constant problem.
Too much swearing for me this time. A lot of swearing.
I'm not doing it.
I know, it's me. I
Yeah.
said me.
All right.
Yeah, so you never, I guess what I'm trying to get to for the listener is
Yes.
22 years in of getting up at 3:50, it's never become part of just a simple routine. It's never
No.
like, this is my thing.
It is, yes, but it still
But
sucks.
every
This is
morning-
my thing. This
Oh
is the
my
part of it that
God,
sucks.
you got to be kidding me. It's fucking 3:50
Yes.
every day.
Especially.
22 decades.
Yes.
Really?
Especially when I'm not sleeping well, which happens. I get a procedure done in San Francisco
I
that
bet.
where they burn the nerves, and that helps for 3 or 4 months. That helps.
Excuse me, come again?
They burn the nerves. They go in and they, with a live X-ray machine, they burn the nerves. They
In
kill
your
'em.
back?
Yeah, they kill them, and then it gets 40% better.
There's also Percocet, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. I tried all that.
Doesn't help.
I was hooked on every one of those.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I tried everything.
That's when you called me from Mexico? Is that when that happened? Is that when you anointed Dave the king of Mexico? When you were fucked up on Percocet and Coronas going, hey, I'm in Mexico, man?
What did I call you and say? I said something
You
about
just called to say hi.
I'm here drinking. Where are you? I was trying to rub it in that I was in Mexico and you weren't.
Yeah.
And then you called back and said,
I was at the hospital in
I'm
the
at the
neonatal
hospital.
intensive care unit,
Yeah.
hoping my son lives.
yes.
You're like, all right, I'll talk to you later, man.
I never felt like more of an asshole in my whole life. I'm just trying to give Jay Mohr a laugh, and he's in the neo.
Out of
No.
everyone in my phone, I'm going to call this guy. Hey, guess where I am? I'm just literally in.
You happened to be in the hospital, your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I was outside smoking.
That was
I went out
mistake.
for a smoke.
I felt bad.
You shouldn't, because he's terrific. He's goddamn brown belt already.
Is he really?
10-year-old brown belt.
He's going to be able
I
to
said
kick
to
your
him,
ass.
yeah.
Soon.
I said to him, I was in his bedroom last year. I go, I'm gonna do sit-ups. Every time I do a sit-up, I need you to punch me in the stomach. And he goes, all right. I do one sit-up, and he goes, Ki! And he drills me in the stomach with like a hammer strike, not like a punch. And I spit my gum across his bedroom.
Oh, nice.
And we both explode laughing. And like, I'm in such pain that instead of crying, I go, well, I can laugh. I can cry and make it look like I'm laughing.
Right.
So I'm on his floor going, oh my God, you just hit me so hard. Oh my God. Oh, wow, that was so funny. How hard you hit me. And he's laughing because I'm
Did
laughing.
he feel bad? No.
Well, no, I didn't let on that.
Oh,
I
okay.
just made it like it was so funny how my gum flew out of my mouth and hit your freaking window across the room and knocked down your spin art.
What were, what were you expecting? You know he's a brown belt.
He was a green belt then. I just didn't expect. He was 9, and he's a tall, thin guy. I just didn't expect him to.
He learned to hit right.
He sure did, man.
The mechanics of it.
Now now he only spars with teenagers in his class.
Really?
It's pretty cool. He's
Wow.
got great Sensei Davis, Sensei Herzog over at Ultimate Self-Defense in the Pacific Palisades Highlands.
You
Not
should
the
have had him.
lowlands.
You should have had him take on Kiwi. What's his name out front?
Kiwi. You know what?